All right, everyone, welcome back to the Sidewalk. Today we're honored to have Chad Norton here with us. Chad is the Vice President of the Anglers Association of Onondaga, and today we're at Webster's Pond. So Chad, why don't you tell us a little bit about Webster's Pond?
Well, first off, thank you for this opportunity. I have been involved with Webster Pond since 1996. When I first came down here, it was actually for a Elvis impersonator concert. And when I first came down, I fell in love with the place. I asked the then management if I could somehow help out, and they said, well, because of your age, you would have to join. Your parents would have to join, and you would have to join under their membership. I was agreeable to that, and I began volunteering a short time thereafter. However, when I got older, I approached the board about becoming more involved in becoming a board member. They told me at that time that I could not because I wasn't of age. I asked them to please provide me with the bylaws and show me where that was written, and they could not. So they had to give me a chance. And I have been running unopposed as vice president since 2008.
Wow.
It has always been one of my goals since I started here at the pond to make accessibility my main goal, because me being in a wheelchair, I know how difficult it can be.
Yeah.
So when I first started here, I said, I have two missions. My first mission is to fund a project that will make it fully handicap accessible. And because of donors and businesses, a project that was expected to take 10 to 15 years took 8 months.
Wow.
And now the whole trail is handicap accessible.
That's wonderful.
So and to do that, I knew that the Anglers Association, the way that they're classified as a sportsman's club, which means they cannot solicit donations that are taxable, tax write-offs. So I got together with some of my friends from the Anglers Association, and we formed Friends of Wildlife. Friends of Wildlife, if you spell it out, and the acronym is FOWL, fowl, which is birds. So we thought that was fitting. So we are now past our first hurdle, and we are now fundraising to get, upkeeping projects around the pond. But our next major goal for the pond is to build a log cabin style visitor center with the running water and plumbing bathrooms. Because right now we have outhouses.
So tell us a little bit, so for someone that's never been here before, who normally comes here and what do you do when you're here? What do most people enjoy most about coming to the pond?
The main fun point of the pond is to feed the waterfowl. People have been doing that since 1960. We started that as a fundraiser. It was going to be a temporary fundraiser. But then when people loved it so much, we decided to keep it. They can come feed the birds, walk around the nature trail. We have a fishing program. We have summer events, concerts, and I want to get back into doing craft shows again. We do a lot of work with the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Syracuse Rotary Club.
Tell me about the best event you've been to here.
The best event that I've been into here is two, actually. One of them is where we get back to our local veterans. We give them a day of fishing and a barbecue at the end of the day. So that's my favorite give back event.
Yeah.
One of our major and fairly new sponsors that help us out the most, one of the ones out of many, is National Grid. They're Good for Good, which is their community service team. They have really helped us out a lot with the upkeep and organizing our office. We also get annual donations from World Onondaga. They're both big sponsors of ours.
Yeah.
Along with too many to list. But
tell me about the Elvis impersonator event. How did that go? And did you think you'd still be here all these years later after going to that?
You know, I am still friends with that guy today, Wendell Conley.
Okay.
He has since retired from Elvis.
Okay.
His hips aren't really working too well anymore, but I never dreamt I would be here today.
Yeah.
But it's so rewarding because I tell people I spend like 15 to 15 and a half hours a day here 7 days a week. And people look at me and say, how can you stay in one place that long? And I say, well, if you think about it, I'm limited on my physical limitations.
Yeah.
So this is filling that void and giving me a purpose. And it's helping the community, which I'm all about, and it's helping the accessibility disabled community as well. So those are all my lifelong goals rolled into one.
Yeah.
Plus I get to be out in nature. So.
Yeah. Tell me about when people come here and experience for the first time. What are some of the best moments you've seen people experience here at the pond? The
best moments that I've seen here at the pond is when I met this young man who loved the pond so much. It was his 7th birthday, I believe, and we were fundraising to supply our winter corn for our winter feeders because we asked for donations to help with the winter feeding because we don't get the general public traffic like we do now. And this young kid, Andrew was his name, he told his parents and his grandmother, who I knew well, she used to be one of my teachers. He said, Grandma, I want my birthday money to go to the duckies at Webster Pond. Do you know he raised $600 for it?
Wow.
I think it was $600. I was just flabbergasted that this 7-year-old boy could come up with, you know, that he wanted to do that. That was just amazing. And I just can't thank all of our supporters enough. I mean, there's stories for days.
Yeah. I feel like you're an inspiration to people that may have other physical challenges, but you're able to have such a direct impact and make this one asset such a big part of the community. Do you feel like that's inspiring to other people?
Well, you know, I know a lot of disabled people, and not to, you know, down any of my friends, but they're still like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. They have that disabled attitude.
Yeah.
Which I understand. It can be difficult, it can be frustrating at times. I'm not saying anything bad about them, I get it completely. But I try to tell them, if you can't do something, figure out a way you can do that task by modifying it.
Yeah.
Don't just say, oh, I can't do it and be done. I mean, perfect example. if we're having an event down here and we need trash cans moved, what do you think my wheelchair's used for?
Yeah.
I can move trash cans. I just can't physically pick them up and move them, but I can. So you find ways.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is what keeps me going.
Yeah.
I don't want to get me down. I don't let it frustrate me. I find a way to modify it, and if I need a little bit of assistance in helping me to modify it, I ask my aides or my friends or whatever.
Yeah. What's the best time of year to visit the pond?
The best time of year, it depends. I would say spring and fall, because in the spring they're hungry.
Yeah.
And they're more apt to come up to you and be like, "Oh, you got food for us." And in the fall, not so much for the birds, but the fall foliage is beautiful.
Yeah.
Around the trails of the pond, you get to see all the deep reds and the oranges of all the trees on the hill.
Yeah.
Huh. Pretty.
So if people want to help out, if they want to help improve the pond, what's the best way they can go about doing it?
There's several different ways. Right now, we have a GoFundMe going for our winter corn. That costs around $3,000 a year. We put down 250 bags in our south end shed, and that is used for our winter feeders to have the ability to feed out of the south end. It does not freeze, and that way they don't have to take it from our office shed, which is at the north end, and drag it all the way down to the open water. They can just take it from that shed, feed out of there, but we're fundraising for that. There's also, they could send in a check, they could donate via credit card. There's all kinds of things they can do.
Well, I love coming here. My daughters love coming here, and we really appreciate everything you've done to make this such a great community asset, Chad. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time.
And thanks for joining. Appreciate it.